Yo, hey guys, Julian here. Welcome to the 60-day challenge of microdosing. Today is day 3. We are on a journey to microdose 0.5 grams of truffles every 2 days. So we have 1 day of mushrooms and then 2 days of rest. Well, not rest, but we don't take any mushrooms. Yesterday were no mushrooms. The day before were. I'm going to tell you guys, today I'm going to go into my first Workday, because today was actually the first day in which I did work. So like my day job, I run a small technology company, and I'm going to dive into how the day was and how I felt. Next to that, I want to discuss yesterday, because yesterday was the birthday of my sister. It was a birthday where we were with 10 family members. Yesterday, I left you guys off with telling you that I was a little bit anxious. The truffles made me a bit more anxious, and we're gonna dive into that more. But so yeah, and in the end of this episode, we're gonna talk about some of the health metrics that I'm actually sharing with you guys. I'm collecting those. I have an Oura ring. I don't know if you... some of you might know it, some of you might not. It's actually a pretty awesome device. I don't know if I can show it. It's not a tracker. It's a ring that measures vitals, all types of vitals from HRV to resting heart rate. And I'm going to use the vitals to track what is going on with my body. You know, I want to know, are there things changing? Is my resting heart rate up? Is my HRV down? Do I sleep better? Stuff like that. So at the end of the episode, I'm gonna go dive into that. So let's jump into yesterday. Yesterday was the birthday of my sister. It was a very unregular birthday. It was a Corona birthday, of course, where you couldn't have that many people. You couldn't have that many family members. Okay, we all know how that goes. So there were only 10 people there. Very close family, and I felt good. Yeah, I felt more than average good. So that was a big difference compared to the midday before, or I mean like a few hours before, because I uploaded a video literally like an hour before I was going to the birthday, and I felt good. Yeah, so I felt less anxious than I would normally do. I felt more secure or more confident than I used to do. I talked more. So yeah, I think the truffles or the microdosing really had an effect there. I was less socially awkward. I can be extremely socially awkward. I don't know if I was grumpy, because with my family I can be kind of grumpy sometimes. I can really be myself with my family, like everybody, I guess. And so I felt good. I left there at around 10 o'clock in the evening. I was there for maybe 4 hours, 4.5 hours, and I felt amazing. So that was totally different than I would used to feel. I didn't feel anxious. I didn't feel on edge. I felt relaxed. And another very interesting thing is that I used to totally binge eat all the food. So my family is a very like food-oriented family. We love snacking. We love small bites, like all types of dips and stuff like that, and crackers and cheeses. And we normally eat like 4 meals of crackers and cheese and all kinds of amazing meat and stuff like that before we even begin with the entree. So yeah, and I for some reason I had the focus, or I had the willpower to not binge eat all of those. And normally I would do that. Normally I would go all out. Normally I would eat like 5,000 calories maybe worth of salami or salmon or whatever. So yeah, I didn't do that. That was very interesting for me. I was strong enough to not go all out. So yeah, to conclude, yesterday evening, while being on microdosing, I felt better than normal. The midday and the beginning of the day, as you guys have seen in the last episode, I will link it, was more than averagely anxious. So the night was great. And yeah, so that was positive. I'm going to keep track of those types of social situations if I feel better. Hopefully I do. Hopefully this trend continues, and that would be amazing. So on to the next point. And the next point on the agenda is, so how was today? Today was my first work day, a day that, what's a Monday, the first day of the week. Normally those are busy days. Those are meeting days, days in which you have to do a lot of like catching up with teammates, catching up with investors, all types of meetings. And I don't like meetings. You know, well, you guys are seeing a trend here. Everything that has to do with others, it's not that I don't like it, but it's a lot of energy for me, a lot of energy expenditure. I like to be with others, but it costs me a lot, which isn't an issue, but it's just something I've noticed. So normally these days are very draining, and today was very draining. I can feel it in my body, everywhere. But I feel generally okay, I guess. And I have the metrics, to try to back up my feeling. What I want to do sometimes, or maybe every day, I want to go through a list of measurements that I'm taking to actually, like I told you, to show you some analytics. So my HRV of today had an average score of 47. I think this is measured with the Oura ring. I think this is a very personal score, HRV. So that mine is like 47 doesn't mean that it's better than yours if you have a lesser or higher score. I think it's all weighted on your own base levels. I should read up on that. Actually, I slept 6.5 hours. That's not that long. That's short for me. I usually sleep between 7 and 8 hours. So I had some trouble falling asleep yesterday. My resting heart rate was 54, which is decent. I don't know if that's great. I don't think it's too bad. It's not like an amazing runner's HRV or runner's resting heart rate, but I think it's healthy. So now I'm going into the more qualitative, not quantitative measurements. These are based on my own empirical experience, based on what I'm feeling. I'm first going to rate clarity. Like, I think clarity of mind is a thing that I strive for. It's one of the intentions that I have with microdosing. But today, clarity, well, it wasn't amazing. I will grade from 1 to 10. I will never give a 7. I don't believe in 7s. It's 6 or 8. It's also not going to be a 7.1 or a 8.5. I don't do those kind of things. So on the spectrum of clarity between 1 and 10, I would give today a 6. I know what a very clear day feels like, and this wasn't that type of day. The next one is anxiety. Like, what is my anxiety score? The higher the score, the worse. So it's not the same as clarity. The higher the anxiety score, the worse. So today I gave it an 8. An 8 is high, but it's not the highest I ever had, but it was still high. So the trend I'm feeling is that anxiety during the microdosing is going up a bit. So that's what I'm feeling. Next one is mood. Like, how do I feel? I know what a 10 feels like. I know what a 1 feels like. Today was a 6. Not amazing, not too bad. Okay, could be better, should be better. But I think mood is a very important one. I really want to measure. I really want to get a grasp on, like, how is this stuff, what is it doing to my mood? And then the fourth and fifth, the fourth is creativity. Well, I wanted to tell you guys this earlier, but my day job has nothing to do with creativity because I'm an operator. So I run a company. I used to do a lot of creative work. These days, it's a lot of operations. It's a lot of getting the company to the next level. It's a lot of ticking off to-do tasks. It's not that much coming up with new ideas or new solutions. So yeah, unfortunate. 3 years ago when we started the company, we needed a way more creativity. These days it's just, we need to scale, we need to grow, and we need to do it faster. Every day has to go faster. And then the fifth is focus. How's my focus? My focus is up, way up. I can feel this. My focus has an 8 score. So those 5, I'm going to try to keep on rating them. Hopefully I will do them daily. I will try to do it. And the interesting thing is that eventually we will start to see a trend. What I want to do eventually is even get like a spreadsheet together, and that we can measure like how are things going. Yeah. So tomorrow, actually that's the last point. Tomorrow is going to be another day in which I take 0.5 grams of truffle. I'm not going to change up the weight. So I'm not going up. I'm not going towards the 1 gram. I'm not going down. I'm keeping it at the 0.5 grams. I think that's okay. Never changing winning team. So far, it hasn't been too bad. I've felt a lot of things. Well, you guys have seen that. And I wanted to say again, guys, amazing. We got a first comment at our video of yesterday. I really appreciate that. So thanks a lot. You guys are also liking. I really appreciate that. It's very fun to see people interact with this, and to see people that are encouraging me to keep on sharing this. Yeah, I'm really liking it. So if you like it too, remember to press the like button, and also press the subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with this journey. Tomorrow is going to be another day where I take 0.5 grams. I'm excited. I'm going to bed early. I'm going to sleep very well. That's my intention. And let's see how the second day of microdosing, well, the 4th day, but the second day in which I take a dose goes. Very excited. I will keep you guys updated. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.